at them rack it off. Who in the hell's idea was this? This is complete ludicrous. But I tell you what, that boy's smarter than 2 German shepherds doing a drug bust.
Operation. And I know we have just touched down.
Turn this motherfucker on.
All the big girls say.
Oh yeah.
Big dog.
Ooh, this a damn podcast. Boy, if you are done playing, can we please start the show? Well, at least let me shout out.
Shooter on the beat.
Let's talk about it.
Doing, making the whole scene the same. Big dog, about to bring the motherfucking pain. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
It's your boy Mick Man with the big hands.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Man! It's gonna get deep this episode, you hear me? Like, I really had to contemplate some of the words I'ma use today for this particular episode. You know what I mean? So we gonna do a lot of things different. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna give you a hey, listen. If you ain't too keen on vulgar language or profanity, bounce. Go head out. It's gonna get rough in here today.
Scram.
Because this particular topic has to do with a lot of reason why some of y'all can't move forward. It's not that you can't move forward, it's that you're not allowing yourself to move forward. Let me use a lack of better words for that. Because you're holding yourself stagnant for certain reasons. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hop right into it because that's the only way to do it. So, for those that don't know, this is what the premise of this episode is based off of. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. This is the recap of what the question is based off of. Let's go from there. Question is simply this.
Let's talk about it.
When thinking of forgiveness, is it more so to let the situation go or promote self-growth? Or is it a combination of both? Okay, as usual, I guess I gotta break it down. When thinking of forgiveness, letting it go. Letting it go means, alright man, you got it. I ain't worried about it no more. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I understand there's different heights of situation. So whatever that situation may be that you can apply it to, letting it go is that. Like, look man, it ain't even worth me stressing it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I ain't even gonna sit here and let that thing worry me. You know what I mean? You got it. Somebody got you. You took it on the chin. You walk to the next thing that's gonna give you a win. You understand me? Now, when it promotes self-growth, that means that damn forgiveness comes with a lot of compromise of you having to sit there and be honest with yourself. You understand me? When something promotes self-growth and it involves forgiveness, that thing hurt you. It hurt you. Because it came from a thing or a place that you had already invested love and care into, and you didn't expect it. Blindsided you. So, forgiveness. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do it differently this time. You hear me? Now, normally, I give you the input I was given on reasons why, so forth. But it's all gonna lead back to how I'ma say it anyway. So this whole episode,
Gangsta. That's what you getting from me. Truth, real, raw, uncut, honesty. I'm not gonna bite my tongue this episode, so I'm telling you again, if you feel...
wow. Cause I ain't gonna get no shits about it, you hear me? I'ma say what I'ma say, and we gonna keep it that way. Respectfully speaking. So, this is how I feel. We gonna hop into it. Cause this is a tough topic because there's so many avenues that forgiveness plays a part in. So, depending on how this go, this could be a two-part series. We'll see when we get to the end of it. Because this is what I be trying to tell y'all. I don't rehearse none of this. I get what I get. You know what I mean? I digest the information. I see if I can interpret it the best way I can to give it back. And then I go with it. There's never a rehearsal with this, G. This is when you seeing it, it's me saying what I said. No filter, no redos, one take, one time. And I make them lose their mind. So, this is how it's rocking. When you think of forgiveness,
Cut that bitch off.
on the terms of letting it go. See, we gonna hit a lot of layers today. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. I ain't got time for no gentleman shit today because some of y'all need to be told directly how it is. So, we gonna start here and then work our way to here when it comes to the letting stuff go. When I think of letting stuff go, this is the first premise of what I think of. Okay. Most of the time, people allow conflicts to dictate certain things, and it ultimately leads to their happiness at the end, and they don't know it. Okay, that's just me winding it up, letting y'all understand how far I'm about to take it. But when you can't let something go, and you let it fester, and that thing is just something, I don't know what it is, it's just something you can't let go. You don't understand that you putting yourself in a mental space that's causing some type of stagnation for yourself. Because that other person don't probably let that go. That's a dub for them. They ain't worried about that no more. You pondering, you sitting there doing all these things that's gonna keep allowing yourself to be stuck, which is causing yourself to be hindered at this point. So now, from that comes misery. You can't let that thing go with that one person. Now you bitter and you miserable, and you taking it out on other people, assuming they're gonna do the same thing that this person did to you, when they might even have no type of malicious intent. You so hell-bent on not letting that thing go that you still stuck in the same fucking place for no reason. You too stubborn to talk about it. You won't address it. You sit here and you act like as if somebody owes you something that you can't go out and retrieve as an adult. See, when you letting something go, it comes two ways to handle it in my form. You confront the main issue, or you simply distance yourself from it, and you out of sight, out of mind. That means you don't want no more partaking in it, them, or whatever. So when you letting something go, you got to understand how powerful that is for you. You're not hurting them by holding on to some shit that's hurting you. You not. If you gonna sit here and let shit hoard in your heart, you deserve to deal with what comes with that misery. Because I'm sure it's people who give a fuck about you, who address the fact that they can feel that energy or that misery or that sadness coming from you and try to talk, but your stubbornness and your pride won't allow you to try to filter that shit off. So in my mind, that's a person who's a fucking victim. You don't want to deal with the reality of the pain somebody caused you. Yeah, it might have been fucked up. I get that. I'm not sitting here coming at nobody sideways who it won't they fault. But what I'm saying is this. It comes a time and a place where you got to let shit go. Period. Not for them, but for you. Because you got to understand, ain't nobody gonna value your peace. Your peace the way you are. So what the fuck you holding on to? You understand me? You sitting here, you know the answer internally. You know certain answers to why the situation is hurting you so bad. But it's so hard for you to let go because you was that invested. I dig it. But let me tell you something, baby. The realest thing you can do is understand that if a person who is going to consistently do something to hurt you, or an atmosphere, or whatever the case may be, that comes with you having to understand that you got to forgive certain things. You know what I mean? Sometimes things happen with things, people, and places that is just out of whomever's control. But it's accepting that that was then, this is now, it's a learning curve. You feel me? A lot of y'all won't sit here and admit certain things to yourself when it comes to forgiveness. For instance, because this part, I'm gonna roll these over to each side when it comes to letting things go for you and letting things go because you have a forgiving heart. I'm gonna mix these in. Because I'm kicking it to y'all in general with this shit. A lot of y'all right now got family members who you feel done traded on you, hurt you, might have touched on you, spoke sour on your name. But guess what? If you still dealing with these people in any type of fucking form, who the problem? Who the problem? Especially if you're not addressing the pain that was caused to you. Nah. That's too deep for some of y'all, you hear me? If you around some motherfucking body that's caused you pain, and you're not mature enough to address that pain, who's the fucking runner? The person that caused the pain or the person that received the pain? See, a lot of y'all can only address shit when it's emotion attached to it. It's hard for some of y'all to sit down and confront something that hurt you without losing your cool. And at that point, you become the problem who needs forgiveness. I'm a firm believer in this. If you can't sit in the atmosphere with things and people, or just the environment that may have caused you some type of trauma, don't go around it. Fuck you there for. Fuck you interacting for. Fuck you sitting around something that you blatantly seen will cause you pain of some form. That don't make you fucking real. Because you feel like you can deal with somebody who's hurt you, but can't confront them about it. make you somebody who's indecisive on how much that pain really hurt you, in my eyes. I understand, especially when it comes to that family shit. Motherfuckers don't be wanting to, you know what I'm talking about? Break family up and whatever. Listen, I've talked to so many people in my time, dog. And I'm talking about courage. You understand me? Courage. These people have showcased courage. You want to know how? Because they've confronted the fucking pain. They didn't run from the fact that the shit happened, or it was said, or this was done, or their name was slandered. They approached that situation with so much motherfucking prestige when they walked away from that motherfucking situation. Anything that was behind them,
they was happy if it stayed.
that's when you know you've let something go. Because the moment your presence is removed from that pain, it's done. It's cut off. It can't hurt you no more. You understand me? You got to be honest with yourself when you letting shit go. Are you letting shit go because you think you being the bigger person? Or you think you letting the shit go because you really need to let it go to better you? See, the question is so complex because some people feel like when they forgive somebody, for instance, we've all been in a situation where we've either cheated or got cheated on. Keep it fair. I ain't no goddamn exception. Know what I'm talking about? But it's how the fuck you did. See, that's what I hate. That's what I hate. Some of y'all, I deal with somebody, they've showed you they toxic. You've been told they toxic before you got with that person. You saw toxic traits, but you let that person fool you and reel you the fuck in and make you love them for the toxic fucking person they are. Which is, I mean, shit, I can't say nothing about that because some people feel like they love a good old challenge. I dig it. But this the fucking problem. You get hurt by somebody who doesn't know that they hurt you. See, we gonna switch lanes on that one campaign and get back to it. Understand this, when you're in a relationship and it comes to a situation where it's forgiveness involved. Some of y'all need to understand this. Everybody wasn't trained to fucking love the same. Everybody wasn't trained to love the same. Some people grow up with the lack thereof. Meaning, some people grow up knowing that somebody's gonna be there for them, take care of them, make sure they straight, but they don't know they fucking love. You wanna know how they don't know they fucking love? Because they're not being fucking told. So they grow up in a society thinking if they do certain things and exempt emotion from it, it shouldn't be a fucking problem because I'm doing.
Lord have mercy.
Whole time you out here expressing your damn self, giving all the passion you can to a motherfucker who cannot interpret what that love is because they are not accustomed. You can't normalize something to somebody who's never fucking had that. So then it gets this deep. Things get shaky with this person. You've invested time, love, passion, finances. You might have tried to enhance your sex game for this person, whatever the hell it comes to.
Ow.
Just for it to be a situation where either they walk away, they cheat, or you become emotionally detached from this person. So, they tell you it's not your fault. It's me keeping it hot with you. But you walking around with that motherfucking pain in you because you felt like you done invested so motherfucking much to somebody who did not know how to normalize what you were giving them. You can only train somebody's emotion pattern to a certain level before they shut down and go back to what they used to when it comes to protecting themselves. That's a fucking defensive mechanism. You want to know why it's a defensive mechanism? Because mentally, they know how much you care. Mentally they know. But their heart won't allow but so much because they can't process how real the shit is. So they hurt you unintentionally. You might have did some fucked up shit. They just didn't address it. They don't know how to talk about it. So now you walking around mad and bitter. Don't know how to fucking interact for the next situation. After a person took accountability for potentially hurting you because you invested something in somebody who did not know how to give you back what you were given.
Message.
So now you at a place where you holding all this shit in you. That's how motherfucking dudes become dogs, girls become bitches and hoes, and that's how monsters are created. Because you can't forgive this person for being honest to who the fuck they were. They didn't try to hurt you. They moved the fuck on. And or are trying to work on themselves in private. But you can't accept that it wasn't you that wasn't enough. It was just them who couldn't accept that love. So now you in a stagnant place when it comes to relationships. You look at everybody the fucking same. You done missed out on love 3-4 fucking times. Because you can't let what the fuck go happen. You feel like every time you invest your fucking love to this person, it's always gonna go south. The moment you know you catch feelings, you feel like here come the bullshit. It ain't no sense in it. I'ma just head the fuck out. Because you can't let go of a situation that a person wasn't ready to adapt to with you. You got to learn how to let shit go for you. That's just one form of relationship form of letting shit go. I ain't got to the growth part. You hear me? So let's talk about it. Now that I done spoke on, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
This whole promoting growth thing, G, this shit hard. Let me tell you. This coming from somebody every day. Bruh. They didn't tell us it was going to be like this, G's.
They didn't tell us it was gonna be like this, G's. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, listen.
When you are trying to promote self-growth, man, the hardest thing you gonna do in the journey of doing that is really seeing who the fuck you say you are. You can say you real all fucking day. You can say that you this, you that. But let me tell you something about real life when it comes to forgiveness. Some shit'll keep you in a mental dark space for so fucking long, dog, that by the time you understand how much of an impact it had on you, you done lost so much motherfucking valuable time. The world done spit 1 trillion times and you stay still in it. Mentally. Because you couldn't understand that it was just one thing holding you back. Now let me get back to some of the topics I was touching on earlier. This shit with family. Hey, listen. I sympathize for some of y'all who had to go through that. You hear me? I really do. Like, I just wish I can reach out and hug some of y'all sometime. The G-Way. Just to let you know it's somebody that give a fuck, because some of y'all just need to hear it won't your motherfucking fault. You can't control what somebody else's actions is. You can't control what somebody else's mindset is. You can't control what somebody has to battle in the dark that they are feeding off innocent people for. You know what I'm talking about? And I understand some of y'all have had shit happen with people close to y'all. And as an adult, man and woman, you know what I'm talking about? As an adult, man and woman, that fucking pain is still fresh. And you feel like nobody will understand it. And you compress that shit every day. And you come out here into this fucked up ass society. And you try to be the best version of you dealing with that shit. But let me tell you something. The only way you gonna find true happiness is you got to accept it won't your motherfucking fault. You gotta let this shit go. You gotta let this shit go for you. You understand me? You gotta let this shit go for you. For the simple fact that what was done, it was done. But you survived it. You still here. You under my voice right now. You feel me? You got to understand that certain situations are very unfortunate. But from that, a diamond is made. From all that pressure mentally battling yourself. You put so much pressure on yourself to conform yourself to be this person and not show that pain that it made you a motherfucking You feel me? You sat there and you battled this shit. You didn't play victim. Some of y'all. You understood that it was people who needed to see you strong. And you was that for them. God almighty. You the real MVP. Because your story can lead somebody else to glory. You understand me? So, if that's you, I applaud you. But you got to understand, in order for you to be the best version of yourself, you gotta let that shit go for you. You gotta let that shit go for you the best way you know how. I can't tell you just to let it go. But you gotta let that thing go the best you know how. You might be a mother right now, a father right now. Somebody's son, somebody's daughter, aunt, niece, nephew, cousin. But it's people looking at you for strength and inspiration and motivation. You can't be out here stuck on a situation that you had no control over. Especially when they looking at you as somebody. So for yourself, let that shit go. You got to try. You got to try. I know you probably been trying to fight and do it the best way you can. But now it's confirmation, dog. You gotta let that go. You understand me? It's a lot of y'all in relationships who have been damaged. Damaged, G! I mean, it's just no way you can repair you feel. But let me tell you something. I understand you may have gave all you had to that situation. You fought as hard as you could. Yeah, you had your fucked up traits. You did your bullshit. But you owned up to it. But in the end, it just didn't work out. So you know what you got to do? You got to accept that it's not the fact that you weren't enough. Maybe you just weren't enough of that situation. Maybe your little that was being told to you, your little amount is overfill for your next situation. You feel me? All the downplaying of what you did in your character in that situation, motherfucker, that's right on the head for your next situation. If you can accept there can be a next situation. You sitting here hating this fucking person ain't gonna fucking fix nothing. You turning your lips up, having all this slick shit to say, hoarding all this hell in your man.
That's not going to fucking make it right.
You gotta do this for you. You got to do this for you. You want to be in your next situation with somebody? Still judging the person's character that was before them? How is that fair to them? You still focusing on pain from a previous situation. You was selfish enough to get in a new fucking situation that ain't healed. So you brought this pain to this motherfucker's doorstep. And now they got to lick wounds that they didn't create.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What part of the game is that? Y'all got to understand. In order to be the best version of yourself, to promote growth for yourself, you got to understand, yeah, this shit hurt. This shit hurt, dog. It fucked me up. See, a lot of y'all so worried about what people think. How?
How?
How the fuck you worried about somebody who don't got to go to sleep with your motherfucking pain? You so worried about making yourself look like a fool to people that you don't understand your whole situation falling apart because you ain't focused on it. You focused on them.
Message.
On top of you being a person that's holding all this pain in from a previous situation. So how the fuck is that fair? To a motherfucker that's genuinely trying to be genuine to you and love you through the fact that they've seen that you damaged. Y'all got to wake the fuck up. We grown now. We grown now. You dealing with somebody, you understand that if you dealing with somebody, that previous pain ain't present pain.
Let it fucking go.
Or let them go. Because it's not cool to make somebody feel like they not enough because you stuck mentally. Some of y'all need to be taught to a certain way to understand certain shit is a no-fly zone. It's not. It's not. You want to sit here and be hurt all your motherfucking life, moping around, acting like motherfucker. Man, the world's still turning. Big wheel's still rolling. You understand me? Y'all need to understand, shit ain't gonna change unless you change it within you. You sitting here mad at a motherfucker who done understood the situation won't work their time. They don't win about their business. Now you mad. So, out of anger, you hop into a new fucking situation and then you bring this bullshit to them. You grumpy. You don't want to motherfucking take in consideration that they got them feelings. Then you sit here with a straight face and tell this motherfucking person you love them.
I'll be damned.
You sit here and cause all this hell to this person who's just trying to fucking love your simple ass. And look them in these motherfuckers. And tell them you love them.
How?
You not being honest about the situations that have nothing to do with them and why you really fucking angry. So how the fuck you gonna tell this person you love them?
Make it make sense.
One thing I never did, G's, and this is on my seed, you hear me? If I knew I was going through some shit with a previous person, I made that shit clear. Oh, buddy. You choose how you deal with me. If you know I'm damaged right now, I'm addressing I'm fucked up as a man. That don't mean I can't love you. That don't mean I can't do the things a man supposed to do for you. But that doesn't. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm still battling a situation before you try to love me. So accept the fact that I'm damaged. Honesty, homie. Honesty, homie. How many of y'all motherfuckers can be real like that with yourself? Some of y'all 2G. That's the problem. Some of y'all too motherfucking G for me. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all need to understand, before you can expect to point fingers at somebody, you got to look at your motherfucking self. How fucked up was you? How fucked up was you? Huh? Oh, you was perfect. Shit. I don't know what motherfucking walking that is. See, that's the problem. Some of y'all so stuck on all the things that you do, you don't see your motherfucking flaws. But in the same fucking breath, some shit go wrong. Dang shit, you damaged. You don't know how to let the shit go. You can't forgive them for making a decision because maybe you were the fucking toxic one.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Did it occur to you that? Maybe you was the fucking toxic. At some point, you went from sugar to shit. All because you could not let some shit go. That had nothing to do with this fucking person. So, now, it's a decision to make. Do you feel like you have to forgive this person for making the decision that they made and leading you on? Huh? They led you on? Or do you got to forgive your motherfucking self for not being the better version of yourself at all times when this person was trying to be real, authentic, and raw with you when it was necessary, and work with you through your bullshit and your flaws? So who the fuck is the forgiveness for? Because the second one, that's promoting your motherfucking self-growth when you can take accountability. You got to forgive you for not being the better version of yourself in a relationship when it goes south. Especially when you know you took your foot off the gas. Let's be real. Some of us get in a situation, me currently, I'm real about certain shit. If I know I'm fucking up in a relationship, dog, and I know I'm being an asshole for no fucking reason, dog, I get along and I really G-check myself. I don't need nobody to do shit when it comes to me taking accountability, because I know when I'm not being the best version to somebody. We all know when we being an asshole, bro. We grown. We grown. The problem is not understanding that you're being an asshole and how much of a gap and a wedge is causing between you and somebody in a relationship. Yeah, he cheated, she cheated. What the fuck happens now? See, the worst thing you can do, somebody fuck up, and it could be a simple mistake, nothing malicious, nothing that was an attack on you. See, some of y'all don't understand. You put people in certain positions where they don't want to fuck up the home. They just need to get away from your ass mentally. So they tiptoe. It ain't right. But they didn't trade on your ass when it came to quitting the relationship. Now, if this motherfucker just out fucking the city, throw the whole relationship away. Throw the whole fucking relationship away. It's certain shit you work through when you motherfucking grown. Certain shit you got to understand is, motherfucker, I'm a man, I'm a woman. I fucked up. I won't treat you right. I won't give you the attention you needed. I stopped doing this. I stopped. Bruh, You got to understand, forgiveness is deeper than just a fucking word. It's your actions. Because forgiving somebody else don't mean shit if you can't forgive yourself when it comes to taking accountability and promoting your fucking growth, G.
Amen to that shit.
It's that simple. Motherfucker cheat on you, you butt hurt now. What you stop doing? What you stop doing? It's that simple. If this motherfucker was head over heels in love with you, doing all the antics, sex was crazy, taking you everywhere, buying you every fucking thing, making sure you well off at all times, the simple text through the day, whatever the fuck it is that y'all relationship consisted of, that made you feel like this motherfucker loved you. That stopped on whose behalf? Oh, that's too deep for some of y'all. Huh? That stopped on whose behalf? You got comfortable. That's what you did. You got comfortable. You thought you couldn't lose this motherfucker, huh? Oh, you thought that just because you was hitting the window guac 5,000 with the double fist, motherfucker, he won't go nowhere.
Sloppy.
You thought because you was hitting with the old vibrator lips, the old, ah, you thought that was enough to hold that girl, huh, boy? You got to stop. Some of y'all feel like sex is enough all the time.
It ain't.
It ain't. I don't know why the fuck, whoever made somebody feel like sex is enough to hold a motherfucking person need to be kicked in the crack of their ass. 2 feet. 2 feet. 4 fingers for 2 feet. Yeah. At some point, something changed. And you got to take accountability for that. You understand me? So when you're thinking about promotion of self-growth and all the shit that comes with that, do you really sit down and think of how fucked up you might have been in that situation? Some of the hurtful shit you might have said? Some of the things you stopped doing that you know this person loved? How considerate did you stop being? You still love this person? You thinking about it right now? You worried about what people gonna say? Oh, that's crazy. Cause these motherfuckers ain't got to lay down with what's on your conscience right now. Let me tell you something about real life. Everybody play the fool sometime. Everybody play the fool sometime. But sometimes it's best to forgive somebody and finish your chapter. Whether it be happy or sad, than to sit there and fucking worry about what people think about a situation that has nothing to do with them. Some of y'all so angry some of y'all angry at y'allself because you scared to forgive this person. You know what I mean? You scared to forgive this person because it was easier to hate them. And go through life. You feel like the moment you express yourself to this person, you weak. They got the upper hand on you again. Nah, dawg. Let me tell you something. When somebody hurt you, you let them know they hurt you.
So true.
You want to know why? Because as a fucking adult, when somebody hurt you, and you the only one standing there holding that bag of pain and hurt, it's not cool. Especially when you see them off living life and they don't give 2 shits about anything involving you or the pain they caused you. Huh. So you got to start understanding certain shit is deeper than you. Stop hoarding hurt. The shit didn't work. It didn't work out. Your fault. But let me tell you something. If you still love this person and this in your heart, and you ain't trying to reconcile it through maturity, it's a piece of you that knows that A, you already knew how toxic they could be, or how fucked up they could be, or how inconsiderate they can be, or the things that you know they're not gonna take shit, or they just can't express themselves, or B, these motherfuckers didn't care from the jump. You was a pawn. You was somebody to get them to another level that clearly they couldn't get by themselves. So you got to forgive the fact that you allowed yourself to fall into that, but accept the fact that somebody can still appreciate that version of you who wants that genuine love, compassion, companionship, and friendship. And all that right there, that whole little 10-minute tangent, that was our relationship talk. Because some of y'all need to understand how strong forgiveness can be. The realest shit I did, dog, is forgive the motherfucker that caused me the most pain. And I think that person was the funny. All jokes aside, dog, because I'm going to close it out, man. The realest shit I ever did is forgive the person who I wanted to hate this person for life. I wanted to hate this person for life, my dogs. Like, it was no reason for me not to. But you want to know what? The older I got, the more I feel like God kept giving me favor in situations. And you know what I mean? I just kept being genuine to who I was. Because I never really hated the person. I was just so hurt by the actions of the person. Because that pain always comes from this. When you know you really loved somebody, and you was the genuine version of yourself to somebody, and you gave them every ounce of your motherfucking soul, the hardest thing it is to do is to accept that you wasn't enough. And or they wasn't enough. It can't always be you. I don't want y'all to go around thinking that y'all ain't shit all day. That ain't it. But sometimes when you sit down and you really think about it, maybe your forgiveness to this person could change everything for them, because you don't know how fucked up they felt for doing you a certain type of way, and they feel like they've been getting that get back throughout life ever since you. And some shit just would not click, and maybe your words of forgiveness are being enough to turn shit around for that person. So you got to understand, dog, it's power in the tongue. It's power in the tongue. When you let something go for you, you don't just promote that self-growth. You promote peace and love. Understand me? Because walking around hateful, full of hell, don't know how to feel about, man, listen, dog, when you grown, you conduct yourself as you grown. And as I said prior, stating how somebody hurts you, geez, you don't know what that do for your soul. You don't know what that do for your soul. If you can accept that you weren't the best version of you, and you can tell this person, and they can accept the fact that you understood, and vice versa, you don't know what that thing do for you. You don't know what that thing do for your spirit. Some of y'all getting around here right now damaged because you either hurt or been hurt and ain't got that confirmation call or confirmation conversation just to clear the air. So I'm keeping it hot. If this me kicking it to whomever, the gangster way. Dog, if I hurt you in any way, shape, or form, I sincerely apologize. I never had no malicious intent to hurt anybody. I only speak how I feel. So, in certain situations, if you feel like I offended you or hurt you, I apologize. Because as a man, I can't go through life as a father, as a son, as a nephew, as a cousin, as a grandson, hoarding this hate and pain in my heart. I'm at the point of my life, dog, if it ain't productive or promoting peace and love, dog, hey, listen, that can't be around me. My energy and my mindset of peace is too important to me. I will not compromise that for past pain anymore. I don't feel weak telling another person I'm sorry for hurting them. So if you do, how weak are you? You need to evaluate your motherfucking self. If you've caused pain and you can't admit that you was wrong and say I'm sorry, oh, you a dangerous motherfucker to me. It's just that simple. You might as well got them pull up to the location with C4 on your motherfucking body. Boy, listen, you gonna blow the setup every time you around. Motherfucker, you just here to bring shit down. Understand me? You got to understand how powerful your words are. And when we think of forgiveness, we got to start thinking about it on every aspect from now on. You understand me? It ain't always your fault. It ain't always their fault. But you got to start with you when it comes to forgiveness. Because everybody not going to accept forgiveness the same way. But if it can promote you being the best version of yourself, you got to find a way to be that person. So, I don't know, G's. We might have a part 2. I ain't saying it is. I ain't saying it ain't. Because there's so much more I want to say. I felt like I covered a couple, but the relationship part was the biggest part I wanted to get out for forgiveness for now. You know what I'm talking about? Like that and the family shit. Like listen, that's plaguing. That's plaguing us right now, G's. We got to learn how to let that stuff go. So, I feel good, G's. How about you, man? I mean, listen, I was a little long-winded, but I was on their ass for them. Yeah, I was on their ass. I was on their ass this episode, dog. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go part 2, man. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all got to tell me, man. Y'all got to tell me. For now, man, we gonna keep it going how it's flowing. But we gonna go ahead and close it out, though. I don't know why I said that. Knowing I'm about to shut shit
down.
Why?
But listen, it's your boy, Mickey J, the analyst. The big man with the big head. Woo! That one felt good, you hear me? Like that thing was fluctuating, you hear me? But look. Hey, listen, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Mick Man with the big hands. I'ma kill him with them 2 lines. Let's talk about it and be mature. I see y'all next episode, man.
My God, are you still talking?